my predictions for the 2026 NBA playoffs from here on out. Starting out in the second round in the Western Conference, we got the Timberwolves and the Spurs. Timberwolves had a very close win in Game 1. They stepped up late. Somehow Anthony Edwards is back on the court. I have no idea what that leg injury was, but the fact that he is back from it now is absolutely incredible. The Spurs almost won it late. Julian Champagnie missed a shot with the game on the line, but he had also made a couple big plays leading up to that, the reason that they were even in that game. But it's going to be a great series, but I think the Spurs will be able to come back and win this in 6. They obviously need to win tonight at home. They need to take advantage of that second home game. You can't fall behind 2-0. But they will figure out a way to win this series in 6 games. I mean, that Victor Wembanyama is just absolutely incredible. He's unstoppable. Julius Randle played some good defense on him last game, but he's not going to be able to sustain that for an entire series just because of how good Wembanyama is. And then Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, they're a young team. They've got a very bright future, but that future is also going to start right here. They're going to beat the Timberwolves to move on to the next round of the NBA playoffs. In our other Western Conference series of the second round, the Thunder are going to sweep the Lakers. It's not going to be close. I mean, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is one of the best players in the NBA. With the amount of flops, I'm not willing to call him the best player in the NBA. It's so annoying what he just does, flopping every single time he touches the ball. But that's another conversation. He's still an amazing basketball player, and the Thunder are an amazing team. They are going to take down the Lakers, and it's not going to be particularly close. Thunder in 4. Now moving on to the Eastern Conference, it's the Knicks and the 76ers. The 76ers are going to find a way to keep it close yet again. They're a very good team. Maxey, Edgecombe, and Embiid, they've got a very great team out there in Philadelphia. But the Knicks are obviously good too. I think the Knicks will end up pulling this series out in 6 games. And despite the fact that the Knicks absolutely dominated the 76ers in Game 1, they still have off games very often. The Sixers will be able to find a way to take a couple games. Joel Embiid is going to step up. Tyrese Maxey is going to step up. But the Knicks are a better team. I think Jalen Brunson is going to have some huge games in this series, maybe even put up a couple 40-plus point games. And overall, they're just going to be the better team clearly in the series, even if that means the Sixers taking a couple games. The Pistons are fraudulent, very fraudulent, and they've shown that. But they've also shown resilience in coming back against the Magic. They're a very confusing team to predict right now. And they're certainly not as good as the 1-seed title would make them out to be. But they're still a very good team, too. So it's impossible to tell whether or not they're going to win this series. But I think they are ultimately going to lose. The Cavaliers are a very good team. Donovan Mitchell's an absolute stud. Jarrett Allen stepped up. Evan Mobley's good. James Harden, I think he'll find a way to finally piece it together in the playoffs this year. Give me the Cavaliers in 7 games. I think it's going to be similar to the Cavaliers versus Raptors series. In that series, all 7 games were won by the home team. I think it's going to be quite similar again. I think the home team's going to win most of the games this series. But ultimately, it's going to be the Cavaliers coming home with the victory in Detroit in Game 7. And now in the conference finals, it's going to be the Spurs against the Thunder and the Knicks against the Cavaliers. Starting off again in the Western Conference, I think it's going to be an amazing series. It's going to go 7 games for sure. And I think the Thunder get taken down finally. The Spurs are so good. Victor Wembanyama, I mean, he is just going to be unstoppable. Chet Holmgren's good, but he is not going to be able to stop Victor Wembanyama. And I'm going to say it right now, I think Stephon Castle will outplay Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in that series, and especially in Game 7 in Oklahoma City. The Spurs are going to take that game. And now move forward to the Knicks versus the Cavaliers. And I think the Knicks are just going to dominate that series. I think they match up well with Cleveland. They've got the big guys in Karl-Anthony Towns, Mitchell Robinson, to contain that duo of Mobley and Jarrett Allen. And I think overall they're just a much better team. And I think they're going to show it. They're going to lose one game, probably in Cleveland. But overall, it's going to be the Knicks in 5. And they're just going to show they're the much better team. Like they already have a couple times in the playoffs, they're going to win a couple of those games by 30+. And now on to the NBA Finals. It's going to be the Spurs versus the Knicks. And I think Stephon Castle is going to continue to step up again. Obviously, you're going to get that incredible play out of Victor Wembanyama. He's going to be an absolute alien. He's going to be unstoppable. Whether it's Karl-Anthony Towns or it's Mitchell Robinson, he is going to just beat them down low. But it's going to come down to the guard play. Because even with Wembanyama down low, Karl-Anthony Towns will still find a way to play offense. It's going to come down to that battle of the guards, of De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle against Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges. Obviously, Bridges isn't a guard, he's more of a forward, but just that three-point shooting is going to be a big part of it. And I think the Spurs are going to be able to be more consistent shooting the ball. I think it's going to be a very good series, but I think the Spurs will clinch it at home in Game 7. It's going to be another 7-game series for the Spurs, coming off of one against the Thunder. They're going to have to do it yet again, and they will do it yet again. Give me the San Antonio Spurs in 7. I think every game is going to be close. I don't think there's going to be a single blowout in that series. And I think Finals MVP is going to be Stephon Castle. The San Antonio Spurs win the series in 7 games.